Some innings are unforgettable. But on one night in Bangalore, Gayle didn't just dominate the bowlers, he rewrote T20 history.
You could almost feel the stadium vibrating with every shot he played. Today, we're digging into the story behind Gayle's jaw-dropping 175 not-out-the innings that shook the world.
I'm genuinely excited for this one. We'll look at how the game unfolded, what made that knock so special, and the chaos it created on and off the field.
Plus, we'll break down the key moments, the records shattered that night, and what this meant for the IPL and T20 cricket as a whole. Let's jump into the storm in Bangalore.
Let's start with the atmosphere that night. The M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore was already buzzing. Before a ball was bowled, Royal Challengers Bangalore had a solid lineup, but Gayle was always the X-factor.
Even before he faced a ball, there was this sense of anticipation, like the crowd sort of knew something special could be on the cards. And with Pune Warriors struggling that season, you got the feeling Gayle might go big.
It's funny, because sometimes these record-breaking innings start without any warning. But that evening, you could see Gayle just looked relaxed, almost too calm, honestly.
What struck me was the way he started. He took a few balls to get his eye in, but as soon as he found his rhythm, it was like someone had pressed fast forward on the remote.
Let's talk about the carnage. 17 sixes and 13 fours, just saying that out loud feels unreal. Every over, Gayle was clearing the boundary, like it was a warm-up drill.
It was the sheer power and consistency that made it wild. He wasn't just slogging, there was real skill in picking gaps, timing, and controlling the pace of the game. And don't forget, those sixes weren't just clearing the rope by inches. Some landed out of the stadium.
Absolutely. Pune tried everything. Pace, spin, yorkers, slower balls. Nothing worked. At one point, you could see fielders just shaking their heads, almost laughing in disbelief.
It's rare to see professional athletes looking helpless, right? But Gayle had that effect. He brought up his century in just 30 balls. It was a blur. The numbers almost seemed made up.
You've got a feel for the bowlers. Ishwar Pandey, Aaron Finch, and others tried everything in their arsenal but walked away with bruised egos and economy rates they probably never want to see again.
Pandey especially, he'd started the season so well, but that night, every full toss or short ball disappeared. Even Finch, who isn't a regular bowler, had to chip in, which just shows how desperate they were for answers.
And it wasn't just about runs. The psychological toll must have been massive every time they set a field. Gayle just found a new way to clear it. It was like he was playing chess, and they were stuck on checkers.
What sticks with me is the sportsmanship, though. No ugly confrontations. Even as the runs piled up, there was almost a sense of respect for what they were witnessing, even from the opposition.
The records just tumbled that night. Highest T20 score ever, fastest IPL century, most sixes in an innings. The list honestly goes on and on.
And the reaction was instant. Social media exploded. News channels picked it up worldwide. Fans everywhere were sharing clips of those monster sixes. It really felt like the cricket world stopped for a moment.
It's rare to see a single performance make people rethink what's possible. But Gayle's 175 times did just that. Suddenly, 200 inches a T20 seemed like an achievable target.
And let's not forget Gayle signed off the innings with a smile. That kind of joy and swagger is what makes people fall in love with cricket all over again.
So, looking back, Gayle's 175 times didn't just break records, it shifted how teams approached T20 batting. Suddenly, power hitting became a must-have skill, not just a bonus.
And young players around the world started to model their games on that template. Teams began rethinking their strategies, sometimes picking players almost solely for their ability to clear the ropes.
It also put the IPL on the global map in a whole new way. That innings made people who didn't usually follow T20s sit up and take notice.
Funny thing is, all these years later, no one's really come close to matching that knock. It set a standard that still feels out of reach.
What a ride. If I had to sum it up, I'd say, first, Gayle's innings redefined what's possible in T20 cricket. Second, it proved that one player can truly change a match and a mindset. Third, it reminded everyone how much joy and unpredictability this sport can bring.
If you're a fan, go back and watch the highlights, notice the little things. Gayle's footwork, his calm, even the fielder's reactions. That's your action step, and who knows, maybe you'll spot something new each time.
That's it for today's deep dive into the storm in Bangalore. Thanks for joining us. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to tune in next time for more cricketing legends and moments.
Until then, keep enjoying the game, and remember, sometimes all it takes is one player, one night to make history. See you all soon.